Hello. We interrupt your normal service to bring you some information regarding some news for an upcoming game. And we're not talking coming out in November. We're not talking about coming out in 2017 or 2018. We're talking about what's coming out in the year 2115. That's right. We have leaks from that far ahead in the future. Courtesy of time machines, of course, you know. That's what they have then. And this game, it is innovative, revolutionary. It will blow your mind. The Grey Balls Saga. No longer do you have to worry about being a male or female protagonist, because gender in our day and age is irrelevant. Doesn't matter. Because if you're a male character, you have stereotypical tropes, and that's a bad thing. Toxic masculinity and all hail the patriarchy. And if you're a woman, well, it seems like no one is ever happy with how you portray a woman nowadays, so we have to kind of make cutbacks. So we bring you the Grey Balls Saga, in which you play as a ball that is grey and kind of really doesn't do much, but it rolls around, it does some bouncing, there's some buttons here that might or might not do anything. Easter eggs thing of a past, because you can't have a little joke in a game anymore because people will go crazy over it, as if you've just committed mass genocide. So yeah, you might be wondering, where's Call of Duty in all this future? Well, it's gone. It's completely been made irrelevant. Because Grey Ball Saga is like the best thing ever, and you should buy it. I mean, this leaked news is coming directly from 2115, so you gotta believe it, that it's true. It probably is blowing your mind right now. It's literally the best thing that will ever happen to the games industry. And you should not question otherwise, because if you question otherwise, then we will eviscerate you.
Which begs the question, is this a world we want? Do we really want to have to go forward with the knowledge that you can't portray a character this way because stereotype or because tropes? Because when it boils down to it, without them tropes, you're really destroying a character. Because yes, they will have some of them tropes, but they will also have their own personality and characterization, and that's largely overlooked nowadays. It's like this whole obsession with the gender. Like, look past it for 2 seconds and actually look at the content, the lore, the world that it is. Why is this character there? Why are they like that? Because they're not just there for the sake of it. The writer has the intention of portraying him in that way. They don't just think, I'm going to have a character like this. They think, how am I going to make this character believable in the world that I have constructed? It's called suspension of disbelief for a reason. And whether or not it's a snide joke or a satirical joke about sleeping with someone you thought was a woman but turned out to be a man, there's no harm in that, especially in a fantasy world, which is pretty dark, disturbing, and has a hanging tree, for God's sake. Fable itself has a lot of dark undertones, and I can only dread what would have happened if it came out now, because I think there would be a lot more, holy shit, this is, I can't handle this type of reaction. And it just seems to be a universal precedent now. You've got covers getting pulled, people complaining about jokes that are probably barely going to be noticed in the game. You had the Lionhead incident. It's getting out of hand. It's going to come to a point where there's going to be a game where it's just a ball bouncing around doing fuck all. And no one wants that. We all want to have games that tell a story and engage us in a way that allows us to escape the boring reality that we exist in. That's the point of fiction. It's a fun means of seeing different perspectives. It's why people love Mass Effect. It's why people love Skyrim. It's why people love COD. It's why more people love COD for the multiplayer, but there are people that also play the campaign and stuff as well. You get the idea. People have their tastes in what they enjoy, and you can't take that away from them. Because by restricting the content creator, you're essentially saying, this is the rules, and you can't. This is the rules, And since when did fiction ever have rules? I mean, yes, there's a line in some cases, but that shouldn't stop people, because as soon as you start censoring the jokes and the poems and stuff that is pushing boundaries, then you are the reason that games, fiction, and everything else will die a painful, slow death. And that kind of worries me, really. Well, yeah, we have all these leaks now, but just think about what leaks of the future will be, eh? It won't be, oh wow, this game has explosions, and this game will have this type of weapon, or this game will have this kind of background to it, or is that a spaceship from the planet Zeus or whatever, you know, these planet names that developers come up with. No, it's just going to be, well, there's a great ball and it bounces, because we can't have male or female protagonists because everyone's the same. No one's ever different. No, there's no differences. Humanity isn't unique or anything. I swear to God, I wonder where these people come up with this whole, but they're the same. No, they're not. Humans are different. Humans are unique. Humans will express themselves. Environment changes people. The people they meet changes them. That's why characters in the game world are so different from one another in some cases, because they have different experiences. It's just mind-boggling that we live in this day and age where you can't write a harmless limerick without being branded for it. It's ridiculous. It really is, guys. It really is. And with that, I think I'm gonna end it there, because I really do worry about where fiction is going, and it's a pretty bleak picture. So with that, guys, I've been Starmad of Virals Gaming. Thanks for watching.